And going into the combine, your sense of the Titans and the Browns, Giants game plans at the top of this draft, 1, 2, and 3, are what, Tom?
The Titans right now, it sounds like it's still all options are available to them. In a perfect world, I've talked to other people on other teams about how they would approach this. And everybody says, listen, if you can get a bounty of picks to move the number one pick, you probably do it in a draft like this, because Abdul Carter might be the top player along with Travis Hunter. Those two are, in terms of the non-quarterbacks, those are the guys at the top. You got Cam Ward, you got Shedeur Sanders, but in another draft, Rich, I don't know, based on, I haven't done a deep dive on this, but just the teams that I've talked to, I don't believe that Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward would have been two of the top three quarterbacks taken in last year's draft. I believe all three of those guys who went last year would have gone above those guys. And so is the value there to take one of them at 1? Is anybody going to give you the value to come up to 1, in terms of moving off that pick and not taking, whether it's Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter? Those are the things they need to work through. This is probably going to take some time. I know the Bears a couple of years ago traded the number 1 pick before the start of free agency. It was right around early March that they did it. That's a possibility. I have not heard that there's anything imminent on that front yet. In terms of the Browns and the Giants, they're absolutely in the quarterback market. But both those teams, in all likelihood, need to both draft one and sign one or trade for one. They need to add a veteran and a rookie. If you just look at their depth charts right now, there's real questions about whether or not Deshaun Watson will be ready to play at all in 2025. And the Giants only have Tommy DeVito, I think he's an exclusive rights free agent. He's the only guy that they have, more or less under contract. So both those teams are clearly in that bucket. But, this is a draft in general, Rich, where it's not, there are not top end wide receivers available, for instance, where you see a lot of those guys go in a normal draft. There are not those true top end quarterbacks where we're talking about, hey, are these guys going to go 1, 2? It could happen. Anything can happen in the draft because positional value matters a lot. But, some of those positions that historically are strong are not very strong in this draft. There might be fewer true first-round prospects in this draft than there are in other years. All that's going to impact where the value is in trades and where the pockets to potentially take those quarterbacks ultimately are going to fall.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.